Hey guys, I wanted to do an update talking about a couple things. First of all, I'm getting a new microphone, so yay, hopefully microphone problems will go away. I'm switching from the Shure PG42 that I've been using for a while now to a Rode NT2000 and a Line 6, what was it called? I've got it right here, let me see. A Line 6 Pod Studio UX2, hopefully to prevent my computer from auto adjusting my microphone levels and also to try to get higher quality audio in general. So yay for upgrading quality, I hope. But more importantly, this video I wanted to quickly talk about brand deals, sponsored content, promotions, any kind of video payment that comes outside of ad revenue, basically. So I've had actually an unusual large amount of those this year. We're almost to May now, and I've had like 4 or 5 of those videos total already, which out of what 120 videos that I've posted, having 4 of them be sponsored doesn't seem like a lot, but for me it kind of is. So a lot of people have been wondering, am I selling out? Am I doing all this stuff for extra money now? And the answer is no. It just happens to be that some good offers have come my way. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the process, at least I go through when deciding whether or not I want to accept like a brand deal or sponsorship for something. So basically a company, I get emails, let me back up. I could probably do a sponsored video every single day of the year if I so desired, but I will never do that because I don't want to, and because a lot of them don't have terms that I agree with, and a lot of them are for things that I don't think I would enjoy or that are applicable to me or to you guys, so therefore I just say no. But anywho, let me go through the process of how a brand deal that would come through that I would actually accept. And I can't talk about specific ones. A lot of them have like non-disclosure agreements about the terms and things like that. So let me just talk about like what a general brand deal would be that would come across my eyes that I would be like, you know, maybe I'll do this. So let's say there's a new survival type game, like a 7 Days to Die or something like that, that's coming out, I don't know, in a few months. And rarely, let me back up for a quick second. Rarely do indie games do a lot of sponsored content, at least when they're first starting up. Usually it's later down the road when they have a little bit more revenue to work with. So I don't milk companies for money, especially the indie games that I do. I don't ask for money or anything like that. And even AAA games that I do, I don't ask for money. It's really just if a company comes to me and asks me, do I consider it? So let me start with that. But anywho, let's say like a new 7 Days to Die type game is coming out from some AAA publisher and they want to promote it. So they reach out to a whole bunch of YouTubers hoping that some of them will be like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And so it's a game kind of like a 7 Days to Die or Rust or something that I've done before. So I'm like, I'm already, okay, let me look into this game because this sounds interesting at least. Even if I don't want to do the brand deal, could still be fun to do the game for the channel. So I'll go check out the game. Okay, that looks kind of interesting. Sure, I'd like to play this. What did you guys have in mind? So then there's an open dialogue starting to form. So then the company will usually send some kind of non-disclosure agreement where I'm not allowed to talk about the fact that it's a sponsored deal or this or that, because they want to keep it under wraps until the game launches. You know, they also, the non-disclosure also means I can't release footage by a certain embargo date because they want everything to be released after, I don't know, May 10th, because May 10th is when the game comes out and they want the popularity of the videos on YouTube to show that on that date. Okay, that's fine, whatever. We'll keep it going. Okay, whatever. What else did you guys have in mind? Well, we want to pay you X amount of dollars to do 1 to 2 gameplay videos, and we want you to blah 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 blah. So 1 to 2 videos. Okay, I'll do a video or 2 if I like the game, and it seems I'll like the game, so let me look at what your blah 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 blahs are. You need to follow FTC requirements. That's fine. FTC requirements say that I have to have in the top of my description box, usually produced in association with, sponsored by, paid promotion with, blah blah blah, something like that. That just shows that I got paid to do this video. That's fine. Additionally, in the top corner of the screen, I have to say the same thing. It's gonna be burned into the video for a few seconds. And usually I think you have to do a verbal thing too, where you say it's a paid promotion, or you thank the company for sponsoring, whatever it may be. So that's all fine and good. That's standard stuff. That's not something that's a deal breaker. So the dialogue's going well so far. Let's say the amount of money is agreed upon, and they want me to give a positive feedback of the game or something like that. Now here's where I would start to be, what do you mean you want me to give a positive? Like, what does that entail? You don't want me to make a video just ripping it apart? Because I don't do that anyway. Or are you saying that during my gameplay I can't critique any faults with the game? Now, I play games the way I play them, and I usually make a positive spin on them because I want to have fun with it and I want you guys to have fun with it. I'm not really much of a critic. There's only been a couple of games that I've done that I can think of that I've really been kind of critical of, and that was because it got to the point where I wanted to have fun with it, but I wasn't having fun with it. So usually, overall, I take positive spins on things, but if a company tells me I can't be critical of any of the stuff, then I kind of take a step back and I kind of talk to them about it, and it's usually a deal breaker. I don't want to be forced to say this or that, or be prohibited from saying this or that. But now let's say that company wants to talk about terminology. So they're selling, or they're gonna have merchandise to go along with the game that they want me to talk about. And the merchandise is a glass with a zombie on it or something. But they want me to refer to it as the, like a Walking Dead, for example, it might be the Walker glass. So I can't call it zombie cup, because they want me to use the term Walker glass, because that's the way they're selling it. And that's fine. I mean, I don't have a problem using a specific term for an item, if that's what you want to call it. For example, this is to me, a cell phone, but perhaps a company would like me to refer to it as a cellular device. At the end of the day, you guys know what I'm talking about. If I say a cell phone or cellular device, it's two sides of the same coin. You understand what I'm trying to say. So that's not, to me, trying to be sneaky or clever or do anything behind your guys' backs. That's just using a term that the company prefers. Still not a deal breaker. So let's assume that they allow me to say what I want to say. They allow me to, be myself. They only ask that I do the FTC requirements, make a tweet maybe about the video that I'm posting, and let's say there's certain content in the game they don't want me to show off yet. So the game has a campaign, and I'm only allowed to play either the custom free-for-all stuff, or I can play the campaign as long as I don't show missions from Billy Bob down in Thorntown. So if I avoid going to Thorntown because they don't want those spoilers released at this game launch, I'm free to do whatever I want in the other parts of the world. Okay, I can do that. To me, that's still not compromising my way of playing games. It's a line that's, I can do videos later on down the line of Thorntown. I can go the first 2 videos during the first week of this campaign without showing off Thorntown. So sure, I'll show off the other parts of the map, and we can do that later if people like the series and I want to continue it. Not a deal breaker. So at this point, we've gotten through the terms, we've gotten through what they want of me and everything else, and I still feel like it's a video I can do of a game I want to play anyway, without having to compromise who I am, and without having to do anything sneaky or shady behind your guys' back. Those are the kind of deals that I look at and think about accepting. And to me, whenever you use the term selling out, it means that I'm doing something I wouldn't otherwise do, or saying something I wouldn't otherwise say, just for the sake of dollars. And I've not done that. I am a very self-conscious person when it comes to what I do and how I represent myself on my channel and in front of you guys and with you guys and everything else. And you guys have always gotten me from the very start. Granted, have I changed since I first started YouTube? Yes, in the sense that I'm more comfortable on camera and in front of you guys now. My very first few videos I posted, I was very kind of timid, and Molly pointed this out too. She's like, "You're not like this in person. Why are you like this?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I guess whenever I turn the camera on and I'm by myself, I'm just not comfortable yet." But now, here I am. I've done some really weird crap on camera up to this point, and you guys are just part of the Minion Army family, and it's just, you know, talking to you about this or that is just like talking to you like you were right here in front of me. So as uncomfortable as I originally thought it would be to talk to you about sponsored content, it's really not, because I know that I've kept my integrity throughout doing these things. So some of the sponsorships that have happened this year have all been games that I've either been interested in, games that are about movies I've been interested in, or just games in general that I have had fun with or would have fun with anyway. And the terms are not restricting to the point where I feel like it's no longer my video. If a company comes to me and wants me to be part of their commercial, I've never done that, but if they did, I would listen to them. You know, I might go on and talk about their toothpaste or whatever it may be on their commercial, but I would never post that on my channel unless it was very blatantly obvious that it was a commercial. Because if I go on and I say, Wade's toothpaste is the best toothpaste. It even takes away your ability to say the word best. Go buy it now. Like, that's not genuine, but that's so over the top. I'm sure you guys will understand that it was an advertisement. But when it comes to games, I'm not going to take a commercial and put it on my channel and present it as me being Wade Lord Minion 777 being a genuine Let's Player if I'm forced to tell you guys like 7 Days to Die is the best game ever. I have never had more fun with a game in my entire life, and I'll never play another game ever again, so you've got to go buy it right now because the price is the best price ever. If I tell you guys should check out a game, it's if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy the game and you want to play it, and I had fun with it. And I know going into a brand deal, after seeing some of the game trailer footage and stuff like that, about what I'm going to feel like playing one of the games, unless the trailer is very misleading. So generally speaking, I only tell you guys that if I actually had fun with it, or if I just want to encourage you to buy it, if I think you might have fun with it. So I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to make sure I'm covering all my bases here. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting to mention, but I just want you guys to be comfortable in knowing that I'm doing my best to maintain my integrity and my honesty with you guys, and accepting deals involves a long process of me looking through every bullet of what is in the contract and making sure that it's something that won't compromise the way I feel about being honest and upfront with you guys. And plus, just on a side note, I've been doing YouTube for a while now. This is my 4th year doing it. I've gone to probably 10 to 20 conventions, met tens of thousands of you, if not hundreds of thousands of you at this point. And when I first started, I quit my full-time job working at an eye care facility and started doing YouTube. And I was struggling there for a while. I was not making much money. I was not even making minimum wage when I first started going full-time on YouTube. And, you know, I've gotten to a point now where, you know, I'm not making millions of dollars, or I'm not making ridiculous sums of money or anything. I'm making a living doing YouTube, but it's not an amount of money that allows me to just be like, you know, I think I need a Lamborghini, or, you know, I need a new car next month. Like, I'm comfortable, but I'm not wealthy by any means. There's still times where it's like, it'd be really nice to go out to dinner, but I should probably wait till that paycheck comes in. I mean, that's still a thing. But even when I was struggling, I refused to sell out. At this point, there's no reason for me to even, you know, contemplate it. There were times where I thought people in my family might lose their home. There were some serious medical things going on, and money was very tight. And even then, I refused to take every deal that came across my plate. I would only take the ones that fit the rules that I set forth about how I would operate my channel. So I have no reason to sell out at this point, because thankfully, knock on wood, my family is in a better place. I'm doing well right now, and there's just no reason to risk losing everything for an extra few bucks. You guys would know if I was being disingenuous, is that the phrase? Dishonest. If I was trying to deceive you, or if I was just becoming a money grubber, you would see right through that. I'm not an actor by any means. I would love to learn improv and acting and things like that, but I've got no experience there, minus 2 or 3 sketches I've done with Mark, and those were just me being silly with the guys on camera, you know? So money is not a reason to sell yourself, to sell your soul. It just isn't. And I hope you guys, you know, if you ever wonder if I'm going too far with this or that, you know, just come to me and ask me, you know, be straight up about it. Just, Wade, are you selling out? Wade, do you really feel this way about this, or are you just forced to say that? I'll tell you guys. I've got no reason to hide it. I really don't. If I really don't want to do a game or don't enjoy a game, I'm not going to do it. And I'm certainly not going to do it and then like force you guys to play it. You guys have seen some of the games I've done a couple of games this year that I haven't necessarily been like the biggest fan of, but I still show it off to you guys. And while I'm playing it, I'm kind of like, well, it'd be sure nice if they'd fix this. That would be good. But hey, who am I to talk? Like I say stuff like that, and I still would, or I wouldn't take the brand deal if they didn't like me talking like that. It's just the way it is. So, in any case, my final point about all of this, mobile games especially, but there are a lot of games out there. There are a lot of apps out there. There's a lot of companies out there that are making this or that merchandise. I get emails daily. Every single day of the year, I could have 1 to 2 brand deals of some kind, I am sure. Instead, I do a handful per year, and they are always ones either people I already know and have worked with in the past, or they're ones that I can control the terms of and make sure that they don't, you know, cause me to sell out. So, anywho, I just want to let you guys know the process that I go through and that I've gone through from the start about picking out what sponsorships or deals that I do, whether it be with a big company or a small company or merchandise, whatever it is. So, if you guys have any questions or comments, please do put them down in the comment section below. And you know, let's just have fun here. I want to have fun. I want to help raise money for charity. I want to just enjoy my time and my YouTube career while it lasts. And there's no reason to sell out or be dramatic about everything, because at the end of the day, you know, money's nice and money's how we make our living, but very few people get to make a living doing what we do. And I could go get another job or go back to law school or this or that. I have the intelligence for it. I've already got 1 degree that I'm still paying for, but I have fun doing this, and it's not worth the risk or the gamble of losing this, you know, of losing you guys. So, anywho, stay tuned for whatever comes next, everybody. Until next time, see you guys.